Hello traders, welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good weekend, good 4th of July, all that stuff, fireworks, caviar, beach, pool, water, family, friends, all the good things. And we are back now. Let the markets open.
It's time for Power Hour.
We got about 22 minutes till the stock market closes, and I guess we're just starting it out with Tesla. Tesla got as high as $259.44. We were so close, man, to being able to already put it to bed. It, the vague pronoun being the trade setup, posted June 25th. I mean, pretty much trade of the year for just the technicals, right? Just price action, correlation to key levels, stop loss, strategic entry after the indicator with max upside potential, even if it only hit target 1. You know, the supply line, all that. But these things, when the animal spirits awaken, that's why you have multiple profit taking levels, and so you can look at it if you want. It pretty much looks like the target was hit perfectly, but nay, I think about 13 cents off target 3, 259.56. You can see it's almost perfect. So wow, what a spectacular run. And it's not even done yet, though. I think a pullback could be warranted after such a fast run in such a short period of time. We're talking like legit from the entry or whatever, 40% in less than 2 weeks of trading. Imagine being levered on that, wow. So you're saying 80% if you're just 2-time levered? Yeah. So spectacular. Tesla. Everything else, though, I mean, the Magnificent 7, which is pretty much, it's the Magnificent 7 traditional technical analysis stream at this point, because that's where the party's been. That's where the money's being made, Hey, if it was crypto, it'd be crypto. We'd be crypto bros, but it's just terrible market. If you can see Bitcoin, we're going to go over it. We're going to look at the big charts. You can see it, though. 57.5, 58.4, a key level from history, a major congestion area, and now being regarded as resistance twice. What a scam. 1 time, yikes. 2 times, I might vomit, dude. So we'll look at the lesser joke market. Those cuck Germans sold their government, communist government, sold like 17,000 Bitcoins or something today, or whatever. Stupid, really stupid, but They will find out, just like they're against nuclear. They're for the green movement, and they don't want to use energy. And it's like, fine, go back to the Stone Age. Who cares? You're on your own. Let a bunch of third world migrants take over your entire country. You're nihilists now, Germans. You have no identity. You've been destroyed because you're past, and you're done. So it's like, okay, well, hurry it up. It seems like they're doing all they need to do to hurry up their complete and utter demise. So have fun. All right, so Tesla, and then we can look at Apple that's up today. Look, wow, what the boop. All right, so we got a fresh all-time high on Apple today. And you are near the highs of the day. So, it'll be an intraday all-time high soon if they keep this up. We got 18 minutes. Kind of looks like, right? What is it? The highest volume of the day comes in the first 30 minutes, and the second highest volume, right? The most action, second most action on the market comes in the last 30 minutes, and here we are. So who wants to think the beep's going to go off? The beep would be a confirmed all-time high again. By like a couple cents or a cent or something. It's very close. But yeah, wow. Spectacular. They broke it out. And there's nothing here. You're in price discovery. You're in la land, dude. I mean, 230, 40, 50. 2618, around 250. That's the major psychological level. If you're above 225, 250. Just wonder how long it'll take to get there. It's only up 0.37%. It's like nothing burger. The only one of the Magnificent Seven that's actually up today is Nvidia, and it was up a lot more, but now it's pulled back some. It's up less than 2%. So that's Apple, I guess. Apple and Nvidia, the only ones up today. Tesla was up, now it's down. It's just oscillating. Microsoft, it gapped down and has stayed down after making that fresh all-time high last week. Just cooling off, man. Just a down day, but beautiful though. Facebook, yeesh. Today, you couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe I'm playing a Jesus chime right now, but all-time highs today at the open. And not really one bid came in after the open, and now the market participants are attempting to backtest the old all-time high from March and April. Maybe they'll flip it to support or not. It could be an upthrust failed breakout attempt too. So verdict's out on that. We'll keep paying attention to it. I mean, it is the Mag 7, so all-time highs last week, all-time highs today. Hype in the chat. It's okay though. I understand. You as the viewer, you watching the stream, you're in Pundy Coin, you're all in. I know. Your life's over. But for normal people that care about traditional technical analysis, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Google down today, less than 1% after all-time highs last week. Just hanging out. Just hanging around. It will be the second highest daily candle close in human history on this chart today. Not bad. All resistance broken. I mean, all of it. Where you had the wedge, you had the channel that was a year large, that was tested and regarded and respected, then broken, then back tested, engulfed, and then there it was, the ATH. So $200, you think eventually, psychological. And then, I guess Amazon. Nothing burger day, $199. It did, again, short term. You wouldn't know this, but at the open this morning, we saw an all-time high. The highest level ever seen by humans, 201.20, the peak. 99 or 199.07. It does look kind of weird at 4 hours, kind of like, dang, man, there's this little level and they can't break it. But just give it till tomorrow, like this little $200 overhead resistance, I guess. I would completely understand why $200 would be real of a level like this. You see what they're doing. They've been doing this since June 27th, right? Testing, fail, test. Are they going to break it? Are we going to see? I mean, if they break this 200 level, it's going to be nuts.
Bartwire super chatted $32.56. Hi Mitch, can you take a look PLTR?
Thank you so much. Sorry, a scammer in the Discord popped up. He gone. Thank you, Bart, for the €30 super chat. He wants to look at the Palantir stones. We already talked about the elves gifted the Palantir stones to the Numenorians. That was the beginning of the second age, where the Valar gifted the Numenorians their own island. And a gift of long life, many different things, right? It all started with Elrond's brother, if you didn't know. He chose the mortal life. Elrond decided to stay an elf because he could have been a Numenorian too. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go that much further into it, but we will look at the stonk Palantir. Yes, thank you so much, Bart. Chad has nothing to say. Correct. Okay, so we'll now look at the final of the 7 that we haven't looked at, which would be Nvidia, up 1.89% today. Nah. Okay. The Nancy Pelosi, Mara Bazoo almost, is still alive. This is, literally, Nvidia went up 5% because it was announced that Nancy Pelosi bought like 100,000 or 10,000 more shares of Nvda, and so yeah, we're still up there, I guess. And then Kathy Woods bought here on the 18th, so we're still below the Kathy Woods bid level, but we're Nancy Pelosi keeping us afloat here. You know, topped out June 20th and just been sitting sideways ever since. Too many people calling the top, saying it's already over for Nvidia. They have no idea. I have no idea. But normally when people are so confident in something about calling a top, it just makes me think about man bun double top, man bun going short 30K, going short 35K, adding short 40K, adding short 45, 50, 55. All right, liquidation price 72, 73. Liquidated, and then it reverses. So then just, you know, people think they know things and they're geniuses and they're so smart, and it's like, nah. There's the framework. There's a marginal increased probability of a particular outcome if the framework exists on the chart, and if it's all occurring at key levels, we can manage our risk appropriately with that strategic entry, stop loss, max upside, and that's it. That's literally it. There goes nothing beyond that. So there's no framework here. I mean, maybe they confirmed a bottom on a less significant time scale, 1 and 2, maybe. But I think we would probably at least get a confirmation high at 140 before collapse, you know, double top. They would try again. The attempted rally hasn't even really done anything. So those are your big 7. Very nice. Apple is so close, man. I'm like, look, I got a magnificent 7. Like screen where it's got 8 charts on my vertical monitor. Guess what the 8th asset is? It's Bitcoin, and it's kind of like that meme with the dragons that look so serious, and then there's the one dragon that looks really stupid. It's like that. It's like you got 7 dragons all super serious, and then this 8th dragon's just herpa-derp. That's Bitcoin, and there it is, chat. Jesus Times all-time high on Apple as I'm speaking to you right now. Here it is. That's right. Try to call tops, get wrecked, become meme, and then man bun gets cut. I heard he did cut his man bun, like the Dothraki or whatever. You got liquidated. You cut your man bun. Yeah, it's real. So beautiful to see Apple up. 230 on deck. You would think, right? Just the zeros and the 5s. Let's have another alert set up if we should keep going. And look at Tesla, man. Tesla's making a push too into the last 10 minutes of trading. We have less than 9 minutes now till the market closes, and Tesla going for its highest daily candle close since December 27th of 2023. In record time, my God. It's like a Bitcoin type run, right? Where Tesla only pumps 10 days out of the year, like Bitcoin. That's almost how it feels, right? Where it's like you were hand delivered an edge. You were hand delivered an increased probability of this, and it happened. So I say that's pretty cool. But it's not really about the Mag 7 today as much as semiconductors, where, my God, man, look at this. SMCI up 7+%. Look at this. Look what they've done. Yeah, it was a dragon. They broke the dragon out. They back tested the spine, but it's now become more powerful than you could ever imagine. It's like that dragon that Amond is riding around in, if you saw House of Dragon last night. If you haven't, you should. Pretty insane. Okay, so the third valley, the second peak higher than the first. This is the Horizon Valleys potentially. It's got to break out to be confirmed, but this is as good as it gets. Classic accumulation in a long established uptrend. You know, we know about semiconductors, how good they look. It's worth it, man. I mean, this would take you to all-time highs if this played out. 1229, 1500 after that. I would not doubt it. This is a mega structure. And I guess it's been in development 73 days, over 2 months. Don't sleep on it, man. SMCI, super microcomputer, super 3 rising valleys, super accumulation, reaccumulation. Wow. It's so good that they can't even hidden diverge it. It's just bullish convergence, like on the 3rd valley, just less negative momentum than before. So that's fine. And you're just now showing positive momentum today. That will be confirmed again in less than 7 minutes. So hype for SMCI. Intel finally doing the thing. Wow, at the highs of the day. Going for the gap fill back from April 25th. 34.46 on deck. Man, I know some of y'all were like, dude, Intel maybe. And it was like, yeah, I mean, it had gotten wrecked and it was trying to bottom out maybe, but then it's like it could get delisted for Nvda on the Dow Jones, and just it was good on what, Friday, and then today just launching up 6.3%, and yeah, resistance is upon you. Pretty fantastic. And then Mrvl, it was up more earlier, but man, so this is a most recent trade setup posted, published in the Patreon/Citadel. Okay, so it's not too far gone yet, but you just got to understand it's just price action, correlation to key levels from history, and then forms of confirmation. And then if you want, you can say that the oscillator might have been playing ball with divergence, convergence. You are in a natural uptrend, right? You can see higher highs, higher lows consecutively over a long period of time. So no doubt about the trend, no doubt about price action correlation to key levels, no doubt about confirmation, no doubt about momentum shifting back into the hands of the buyers in the long-term uptrend. Hello? Here's a low, here's the same low, here's a slightly lower low. What? But it's all above the 200 moving average. And then a rally, and then a valley. And then the second valley, both of these lows higher than the previous low. And what does that mean? More than before in an uptrend at a key level. So you're telling me I can manage my risk with a strategic stop loss in case it went awry, because we don't know. Oh God, hold on. What am I doing, man? Sorry, my other monitor, my TV was about to turn off. Oh no, weird. So this is a really good thing. Hello, AMD. I was going to AMD next, man. Highs of the day, highest price seen since April 5th. It was wonderful. Took a shot on AMDL when buyers not when they recaptured, but the half day. When we got that back, and I was talking to my Wall Street buddies when they were down here too about it. So it really piqued my interest. And then it was that back test of the level from 2021. It was so real, undeniable. It's like, okay, I'll take a shot on that, man. Like if they engulfed and then they back tested, fine, whatever. And then boom, boom, 2 days. In 2 days from that entry, 2 trading days, 9%. So that means AMDL is up 18%. It's a pretty quick way, I mean, to make some money. But you know what was the most compelling thing to me about AMD, and I didn't even notice it till yesterday, last night, was if you go to the AMD chart in Germany, all controversy goes away. It's so freaking perfect. I can't even believe it. I might start looking at German charts now, because look, you notice how like on the New York Stock Exchange AMD chart, like the price was just below the level. It was chopping around. It was getting violated. And then, you know, you had to get the engulfing candle in the back test. And it was very I mean, you had literally a few hours to make a decision. So you have to be at your computer monitoring, you know, if you're going to make a decision like that, especially on a half day. But like on this one, there was no controversy. It was just kind of like, all right, what was once resistance, you know, they recaptured the level and then they reconfirmed its validity pretty much, you know, June 20th all the way to July 2nd, and now it's gone. And I guess upon you is maybe, you know, 166 to 170.67. This is in euros. This is not in US dollar denomination. So Just beautiful. I just think that's a crazy, weird thing about this chart. It was a luxury. Live shadow ban, who cares, man? Whatever. If you found me, congratulations, you win. If you didn't find me, you lose. That sucks. Whatever, man. Plenty of other people that are not shadow banned you can find. All right, so we were just looking at semiconductors, and the AMD alert goes off. Crazy. Broadcom, where I believe Nancy also bought more Broadcom, and that was on the 3rd or whatever. Yeah, maybe the 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, and so it's just up there. I think Broadcom goes a long way. I think this gap right here doesn't fill anytime soon. This is what breakaways look like. I've seen it a million times where you have good earnings, whatever, big old breakouts, and then these pullbacks that get really close to filling the gap, and then they fail, and that's it. That's like the bottom. So we'll see, but I think it is a very strong probability we see $2,000 for at least just the psychological test. So market participants can be like, yeah, 2000's resistance. Yep, this is a real level. Okay. I think that's where you're headed to eventually on Broadcom. This thing just broke out. This thing's just like Nvda 8 months ago, whatever, 6 to 8 months ago. Same pattern. It's a rectangle with a partial decline and the breakout on earnings, and it's a breakaway. And first level positive momentum now after the histogram island. And perfect RSI, 66.3. Bullish control zone, and not even overbought. And you got a split coming up, so I don't know, man, who knows, man. These events, it is a coin flip of all coin flips. So this would be July 15th for Broadcom split. You might run leading up to that event. So we got a week. We got all this week to run, and then on Monday, right? July 15th, yeah, Monday, yeah, the split. So it might be a really good week for Broadcom, because that's what happened with Nvidia. But Nvidia didn't stop. All right, there it is. There it is. The stock market has closed. Do you want to see it? Here it is. All-time highs in the S&P 500 chat. Amazing. This is what I'm saying. Who cares about divergence? They could turn it into triple bearish divergence at higher prices. That's exactly what's going on. So too bullish of market. Election year, right? Jerome Powell hates Trump. So pretty sure I think I know what they're doing. They're just pretty much running this thing up. And their backup plan is if Orange Man win, well, the bubble has completed. So let's pop the crap out of the bubble and go into a Great Depression. So you just got to wonder how long this will last. All right, then you got the Dow Jones. Just look at these real quick. We'll get to that one. We have one request, whatever, man. Like one person request. That's the way it's going to be forever. So Dow Jones not at all-time highs, but did see its highest price intraday since May 23rd. So inching closer to 40K. You think that's going to be tested. If they break that, oh my God, it could be nuts.
The last few years have been absolutely insane. Thank you for all you do, Mitch. May Christ Lord Jesus continue to bless you up in these trying times. AMD could give us another Nvidia Tesla moon.
Greg P, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, and right back at you on the blessings. And AMD could give us another Nvidia Tesla moon. Maybe. I mean, it started that way. I mean, 10% in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, they just go, there's a gap, I think, that AMD, there's an open gap, I believe, on AMD near all-time highs. That's a target. So, thanks, man. Yeah, right. The unfilled gap. That's the target. From here, the target is 207.34. If you were going to long it at 160, 161. 207, and then probably higher. Remember, this is Lisa Su. I mean, AMD, they have the most powerful CPUs in the world, and it's not even close. Intel is the main competition, and it's a joke. It is an absolute joke. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, maybe AMD is going to get its run in the sun, or at least it's definitely at least getting an big attempted rally here. But remember, the trend is your friend. It's a long-term uptrend. Look at the 200 moving average. Like, there's so much demand on this asset at the worst time. The lowest low, May 2nd. Oh God, it's bad. Everything was correcting. The sellers did not have enough in the tank to even touch that level like they did in September and October of last year. They violated that level, but they did in fact hold a key level of support. Falling wedge, and then the confirmation loan they recaptured. I mean, and then it was just gone. So yeah, you could have another spectacular run like we saw back in November now. So I'm on board for it. Sure. All right, let's go to the NASDAQ, which also all-time highs. It's a dream, man. Absolute dream. You see it, the NASDAQ. It's, you know, it says 3 hours till the close here. It's kind of weird. It's closed though, and this is the highest close ever. Overbought. And yeah, like going higher with maybe a third histogram island, and you get triple bearish divergence. But who knows how much higher? You'll probably be at 18,750 before you really can say, hey, real bearish divergence. Thing can keep going, man. It's crazy. And then IWM, the XRP of the index funds, just so you can look at it. And imagine being in this. Imagine just owning this when you could just own the top performers of the IWM, the highest weighted assets in the IWM, instead of getting weighed down by a bunch of losers that don't make any money. It's stupid, dude. It's like better ways to set your money on fire. I mean, this is a surefire way to get outrun by inflation, owning the IWM. Yep. It's empirical evidence. It's not even like, oh, it's that. Maybe not. If it starts pumping now, dude, no, it's over. You've already, like, if you were participating on this, look, man, same price since January 2021, you lose. But yeah, like, there are some very endearing things occurring on the chart right now. I'm not going to argue it. The arrows point to it, okay? So I can talk crap about this asset because compared to other index funds, individual assets, it's a complete and utter loser. But compared to itself, it gets a participation trophy. It's like, wow, man, yeah, this old resistance is now maybe flipping to support for the first time. And it's coming like one low, and then there's a slightly higher low, and now there's another low that's higher than this low. I mean, yeah, maybe there's definitely like evidence of some accumulation going on, and it's all, this third valley happens to be occurring at a very real level. So, like, don't get me wrong, you know, when I talk complete trash about this, because history tells you why it's a loser, but it's doing some pretty cool things lately, and it could manifest into the highest high we've seen since 2022, over 2 years. It does look like it's possible. So don't, like, it's not dead yet. It's just garbage, loser. Like, I'm just saying, like, you have finite money. Don't you try to, like, participate in the markets like a horse race, man. You're looking for the fastest, leanest, strongest horses to bet on, and this is a fat, stupid joke horse. Even if it's like, oh, it's promising, it might get faster, you already lose. Okay, those are your index funds. Here's gold. Riveting, right? It pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps. Midpoint of a range now. So nothing to do here. I mean, if you were along it, the closer you are to 2290, the easier it is to strategize a stop loss with max upside. So if you got in down there as close as you could, you're up, and you're just waiting for 2430 plus, and that's where we are. Just a down day, 1.33% on gold. Meh. Risk on kind of did well. Silver, same thing, you know, 31.15. They broke it last week, and now you're just back below it. 31.15 is a real level from history. It takes you to where? Yeah, this reversal area from December 2010. It was at one time a support in 2012. Yeah, it's really not that crazy, but it is like one time it reversed there briefly. So uptrend is good. think long enough, you wait 35, 37, 50 bucks. I think you'll get it if you give it a, you know, you might have to wait 6 months. You might have to wait 12 months, maybe 18 months. But I think those longer term targets will get hit. Everything's good on it. It's just, ugh, it's metals, man. What am I looking at? What are you talking about? My charts aren't displaying. MJB, how much drugs did you take before you turned on the stream? Anyone else as high as MJB? Anyone? Is he right? You did take drugs before the stream? Got you. Alright, well, there you go. That's the culprit. Credit card debt has unexpectedly surged. APR on credit cards at new all-time high. Nice. Why wouldn't it, man? People can't afford things. They throw it on the card. They're in debt. They'll never get out. I should be nicer to my viewers. Going live for free, doing market analysis, trying to teach and instill the right principles of financial markets just isn't good enough. I gotta be nice. I gotta be really careful and nice because people are sensitive. Right. Right. All right, so the total, real quick. Jonathan, you okay, man?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Okay. Not good, man. I mean, not looking good at all. Yeah, I mean, trading below the 200 moving average. A little rally today, just sold into. It's not pretty. I mean, you're below, like, even if you were the most liberal range person ever and you said, hey, this is the bottom of the range at 2.043 trillion, you're still trading below it. But yeah, I think 2.21, 2.3 is far more important as a level. Yeah, I mean, total RSI doesn't look like Bitcoin's where it's diverging very well. The MACD, someone could maybe argue there's some divergence occurring, developing. It's still pretty early because there's so much negative momentum. You normally want it to be like near neutral before you say, all right, confirm bullish divergence. Yeah, I mean, probably 1.78, but I don't even act like I know. I'm not a forecaster. I just look for the framework. We see if we can apply the framework. Is the trend good? You know what I do if you've been here long enough. And so, okay, cool. You said this, you said that. It's like, nope. I said there's a framework. We apply it at key levels. If it's there, if it's not there, it's coin flip. It's always coin flip. You're at the casino, man. One way or another. Better go to the poker room versus the slot machines all day. So yeah, not really looking great. Yesterday was the lowest daily candle close since February 25th. And maybe today it's not the worst. Awful, man. I mean, really, what's the point? Got a really interesting chart. Going back, oh, there's a request. Someone did request. Give me a sec. Toyotama, you're waiting on the sidelines. You're a little late, dude. Palantir from the elves.
Bueller.
Here it is. Highest daily candle close since September 2021. Huge deal. Well, Palantir, someone requested this, and it was beautiful here, right? I mean, there was a $20 level, not an opinion, right? It's never an opinion when I plot these, and I show why it's a real level from history. So many times it's been support. So in the future, it could be that resistance support again. It was resistance. more recently, and then it flipped to support on a breakaway gap, right? That gap's not filling anytime soon. Palantir broke a resistance today, even tested at support. Now, that might be a hanging man. Any pullback would be welcome. It would be an opportunity for market participants to add to their position because this, again, is in an uptrend, very nice established uptrend with a breakaway gap. Like some of the highest volume you've ever seen on Palantir. I take that back. It was a record level of volume on Palantir's breakaway gap, meaning that's as good as it gets for indication of the type of gap it is, and that's really good. That means the trend will continue. 33.40 plus 32. Well, let's just say it.
32.33 repeating, of course.
Is the resistance that on deck, you know, if this is a real breakout. Any pullback, fine, whatever. Pulls back, higher low, runs again. Your eventual target's in the 33s up there, top of the channel, the conceptualized uptrend via tools, parallel channel tool, or the overhead resistance at 33.50. As you can see, that high from November 2020 before the big reversal. So you see how big of a deal this level is? Yeah, I mean, you might have to deal with that one time at 29.25, but I think the big one's being broken today. That's Palantir, the Palantir stones. We don't have a count of all the stones. Don't know who would be holding all of them. Whatever Gandalf said. Why do I still use Bitcoin Live in my title? Because I still believe in Bitcoin. Like, to me, Bitcoin's price is not relevant to, like it is to everyone else. I mean, like, and it's a Rubik's Cube. It doesn't really respect the TA that much, you know, a lot of times. It's just a phenomenal asset, one of the greatest inventions ever. It should be in the Bill of Rights. So we honor Bitcoin by having it in the title. And any unsuspecting Bitcoin fan who finds the channel, I would use Bitcoin as a gateway drug to get them into the hardcore traditional technical analysis, risk management philosophy, trading in the zone. Yeah, so it's like that. Oh yeah, let's look at it then. Whatever. Yeah, my bad, dude. We got caught up in all the actual things going on in the market. I mean, this is really bad. I mean, I hope it could reverse, dude. You understand? I don't act like I know where we're going next. Okay, I don't. But as it currently stands right now,
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
I mean, why is this good with price action? It's not. I mean, the level that cannot be argued with or denied. It was a major reversal point February 2021. You can clearly see a major reversal point in May 2021, support in October 2021, and then an icing on the cake, resistance reversal point November 2021 before collapse. I mean, that is how you know how real of a level it is. Okay, I'm not pulling your leg here, pulling your chain. And what we're doing is the worst thing you could ever do via price action, where an asset, not Bitcoin, an asset breaks a key level, then formally regards the top of that level as resistance. You get a bearish engulfing candle, and then on the next day, you might get a price action. That's a huge fake out, liquidity grab almost. It looks like. We're like, what were they trying to do? Just get people to get back in Bitcoin when it's at 58K today, and it just got sold into, and now the stock market's closed, and you know what Asia does. Asia just pours F. All they do is sell. They don't ever buy crypto anymore. Show me the last time Asia bought crypto. They don't do it. They're not relevant in this market anymore. Unless you're talking about a scam S-coin. Sure, okay, great. But with Bitcoin, they don't do anything. They don't control the price action anymore than Wall Street does. And so, not very good, right? It's not good. When you're below 57.5, when you're regarding 57.5, 58.4 as resistance, when you're trading below the 200 simple moving average the first time since October when this run began, or recommenced, because it was sideways for months. It was already in the uptrend, right? But still, very bad. I just, again, Bitcoin's known to do it looks very bad before God candle reversal, but I'm not here to try to do the hopium. It is very nice. I tweeted about it. This is still very real. Like, Bitcoin could go lower, and this is still valid. I mean, this is some of the best looking daily RSI bullish divergence seen on Bitcoin, I think, since 2019. Like, where you get one valley and then you get another valley, and it's certainly oversold. It's certainly low in price. It's certainly a higher low on the oscillator. So, I mean, like, you're definitely in the bearish control zone, 32. Let's just...
32.33, repeating, of course.
Yeah, that's the RSI. That's where Bitcoin's at. Leroy Jenkins levels. So, hard to have confidence on any asset that's doing this. So, you take Bitcoin off the table. You don't... It's Google, it's Amazon, it's gold, it's silver, it's oil. I would say the same thing. So until these buyers recapture 58.4, I can't really be happy or I can't feel good about Bitcoin below this level. Bearishly back testing this level below the 200. I can't like it. You can't like it till that level's recaptured. Okay? Pretty easy. And if they don't recapture it soon enough, you'll be looking at 51.8 to 51.5, which will be a major 38% retrace from the 15,500 level to the all-time high. 382 is about 58.15. So you got, if it was just to see the 38% retrace, you got another 8.6% downside. There's no edge. I mean, in fact, actually, right, if you're talking about edges and stuff, that's kind of an edge. But it's not an edge for buyers. It's kind of an edge for sellers. Okay, that's not great. I mean, that's like kind of really good for sellers. But I'm not going to be the one to go shorting on Bitcoin, okay? I'll just make money on longs on a market where there's actual animal spirits that's life-changing opportunity. It had been like that for a few months now. So I don't know when the plug's going to get pulled on all of it, but it is a dream world 1928 situation right now for big tech and semis. There's your Bitcoin. Wow, riveting, right?
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Dude, I need to see Ethereum. It's up 2.3%. You know, it's a little marginally better than Bitcoin in terms of price action correlation to a level 2,900 to 3,000. It's a reversal point from May of 2021. You know, it's a zone. It's been resistance support in 2022, right? It was even in August 2021 a support. So it's just got history, a battleground area between buyers and sellers, and you're just at it again. You're just, we're just sitting at the same price. April, same price as February. So Ethereum's flat, man, for multiple months. I mean, year to date, shoot, it's up still a lot because of that run that happened at the beginning of the year. Wow, all of February, but flat for 6 months. And not really great. So you can see the price correlating to the 200 moving average, well below it, or just below it. I mean, trading below the 200 moving average for the first time since October, just like Bitcoin. So it's like, you know, I'm not going to feel good. I'm not going to like Ethereum below 2,900, but at least they're kind of flirting with it still, I guess. So it makes it a little bit better than Bitcoin. Whereas you can see like the 4 hours so bad on Bitcoin because you can't really see this on the daily. You just see, all right, it's testing it. But now you can see 1 and 2, what they're really doing under the hood. And it's not pretty. I just hope we're confirming a bottom here on the 4 hour and we break everything. You break 58.4, I'm gonna start feeling a lot better about Bitcoin, okay, and maybe the whole crypto space. Not really, because I don't believe in 99.9% of crypto. I think it's an utter scam by losers that have access to the internet, that know how to scam people. They create cryptos and then they lure you in and try to ruin your life by using you as exit liquidity millions of times over now. So it's a joke market. A lot of low IQ, stupid people in crypto. Just saying, chat. I really do think before 2021, it was a different animal. Different type of people were in crypto, and there was a better ethos, right? Like, be your own bank. I mean, like, let's develop the crypto platform. But I think from 2021 to 2024, nothing's really changed that you could prove, that I think you could prove to me. I think it's going in the wrong direction, crypto in general. Okay. Like, I don't really see crypto going there outside of, the SEC approved. Thank you, our monarchy, for allowing, there to be passive flow on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But other than that, I mean, where's the innovation? Just a bunch of scams being created. Millions. Well, so anyway, yeah, good for you, Ethereum. Cool. Solana, not dead yet, man. It's so close to being dead. Once they break 124, you can count it out. I think we probably see $90, but they're trying to hold on to it. It's pretty insane. Like, for instance, why I think it's kind of, look, it's got the framework. The framework's in a weird context, though. Okay, not the best context for the framework. Here it is, right? You got the M shape, you got a good uptrend, you got the frameworks developed at a key level, right? 124 is so real here, but there's no separation, there's no real impulse occurring. It's just churning and chopping, trading the same price as trading at in March, early March. And like I said on the last stream, as we looked at this, I don't know, right? Like, if I said I will not be surprised. Bitcoin continues to dump, because whatever, short term, I don't really care. And then, Solana dumps so much lower prices, whatever, failed framework setup. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this pivoted and rallied to $200. I have no idea. All you can do as the trader is identify the structure that's proven to be reliable, and you set your stop loss up, and if it fails, it fails. You're stopped out, and then it dumps way lower. But you're kind of at that death or glory spot on this one, right? It's not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently trading below the key level of all levels. It needs to be above. Ethereum's kind of right in between, and then Solana's pretty much right there above. Like, they're trying to hold it. I just don't know how, for the life of me, how Solana can pivot and rally here if Bitcoin does fall further to the next 51.5 level. There's just no way. It's impossible. Because of just the dynamics of this market, where if Bitcoin go down 8%, nothing holds up. Nothing. Unless it's, extremely low volume and it's controlled by someone, and it's like, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's, out of 2.5 million scams or 2.4999 million scams, there's like one that holds up. Congrats on that one. Yeah, I mean, it's up 5% today, but it's up or down 5+% every single day. You wake up tomorrow, Sol's gonna be up or down 5%. Paul C, that doesn't matter. BRICS is flirting with or considering XRP for cross-border payments. It doesn't matter. Like that, if it happens, cool story, bro. XRP, it doesn't mean that you're going to make money owning XRP if that happens. It's a utility token that the banks use to transact between each other in record time. That's it. It's not an investment into Ripple, the company that facilitates between these banks. So everything's irrelevant on XRP. Everything. BNB up 3.2%. I mean, this one's, yesterday was a bearish engulfing candle and a confirmed bearish breakdown, and your lowest candle close since early March. They're trying to hold, by the grace of God, they're trying to hold up this 200 moving average, testing it for the first time in a long time, testing it first time since December 2023. And you're below the level. Like, I mean, earlier today you were at 510, you were breaking back above, and I hope the level holds, man. I do. There's no real edge, though. There's nothing like, it's diverging. There's no divergence on the oscillators. Pretty gross there. And I guess we'll go to XRP since you're obsessed. It's like crazy. It's like, look at this asset for years. And people just have, like, I can't, like, it's like a battered women's shelter, this chat sometimes. It's like, dude, you've been abused so long that you're forgetting, no, your abuser is what you love. No, you need to break away from your abuser. Yes, this asset has prevented you from making money for so long. Like, it doesn't matter if it starts rallying now. You've already been abused. You've already been punched in the face and destroyed emotionally, physically, everything about your life's ruined already. So if it reverses and recovers now, it doesn't matter. The damage is done. So what happened, you know? What happened just yesterday? XRP, lowest daily candle close. I guess since May of 2023, if not, then March 2023, 52 plus week lows. Dude, you lose. Like, you have no argument. But XRP is going to do this, or it doesn't matter. You lose. Opportunity cost, years have gone by. You've made nothing. But it's still a good why do you care? Like, what is your problem? Why are you obsessed with one individual asset out of millions? And we're talking like add in stocks that make money. They provide real world goods and services to people. And like they have to, by law, every quarter report to you how much money they've made. And there's a mathematical system set up to where you get paid earnings per share, price to earnings, right? Like, you get paid based on what they make a lot. Not always. It's a sure of a heck of a lot better system than I'm just going to own a utility token that has nothing to do with Ripple and never make money, and we're going on 7 years now, 6.5 years. Have fun, dude. That's as far as I can go. And then it's like I look at the other crypto, my eyes just gloss over. Wow, they're up 5-6% today, but have you checked on them the past 3-4 weeks? What's that? Crypto Hammer touched grass a lot. Nice dude. Touching grass, super healthy. Wow. Wheel. That's yikes. Not even going to talk about that. So yeah, man, like what? Like, we looked at the big cryptos and everything else is a useless joke on this market. Let's look at Shiba, bro. Could you look at like the other top market cap cryptos? What, you want to see Shiba? I mean, that's a really nice bullish hammer. We've seen bullish hammers before that are just garbage. So all that's happening is a key level from history is being regarded as resistance, and that's it. It's kind of like Bitcoin. You see how big of a deal this is? It's such a real level. It's resistance now. That means, okay, we're probably going to go retest 1300 again. If this is in the top 10 market cap of cryptos, that's how you know nothing's happened from 2021 to 2024. That shows you how big of a joke this market is. Just a bunch of grifting losers with face tattoos and, you know, the old school Ripple logo tattooed on their forearm. That's crypto, dude, and it's not changing. Here's Uni. Okay, maybe they put in the highest low. If not, who cares? Yeah, let it go to $5 again. It doesn't matter. The run happened. The party occurred. That was as good as it was going to get by the looks of it. They put in the lower high now. Now you're testing the previous lows. That's just not, that's like, oh, that's what all the other alts were doing. And they like, we could have identified an M shape and then it reverses and it didn't. They didn't buy and it just dumped to the lowest level in a year plus. So have fun on Uniswap. Below the 200 moving average now. It's just, this one was one of your best looking ones and now it's starting to not look as good. Yeah, Chainlink had the head and shoulders look on the weekly. I saw it. Yeah. Yeah. My music stopped, I guess. It did. yeah, I don't really have anything to say about crypto, man. Like, it's all a scam. Like, collectively, it's a scam. And if like the market sentiment and the trend's good, okay, we'll look for some setups. But like those setups occurred again. I told you they set up and then they failed because there's a chance that they can fail. And now things look really bad. Like, they just don't look good anymore. And it's like, all right, well, we'll look for better opportunity on other markets. Mrvl, AMD, Tesla. God forbid we look at those and they play out like wonderfully, and crypto is still garbage. So you really need to look in the mirror. If you are a crypto bro and you don't care about stocks, you don't really care about traditional technical analysis. I mean, all the research that was done, all the things I've learned that I'm trying to instill here, that I'm a disciple of, it was not learned or even researched in the crypto market. We were just fortunate enough that sometimes the framework plays out and works. My God. And then sometimes it utterly and miserably fails in nasty fashion. Blood on the street? Yeah, blood on the street for a bunch of scams. Yeah. I don't care about Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin's price is not relevant. It serves its purpose at $5, at $1,000, at $60,000, $100,000. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Decentralized ledgering, the transaction between two individuals. It's wonderful. I'm interested in Target, though. Target's very, very, well, kind of gapped up today, but saw this yesterday, and I'm like, you know, I know the trend sucks and all that. I'm just wondering, though, trading above the 200 moving average, survived earnings. Andreas Johnson, thank you for the $24 euro contribution, BXX. We will look at that. Thank you right after this. Do I think the crypto cycle top is in? I don't know. Again, if you want to know questions like that, those are like Nostradamus, fortune teller questions. I have no idea. Again, remember, I come in and I look for framework that would give me a mathematical edge, but it's a marginal mathematical edge. And it's all happening at key levels where I can strategize a stop loss with minimal losses if it failed, with max upside. That's it. If it's not there, I don't know. So if that's all I do, asking me a question like, is the crypto cycle top in? I mean, certainly was for the altcoins. You saw what they did. I mean, we got Filecoin going to like $12, and now it's like under $5. That cycle top, yep, that was it. Uniswap, you saw it, played out, and then it was done. All the altcoins, they had their little big runs, and then they were done. Some of them are all-time lows now after hitting those highs. Massive shakeout, a weekend. Dude, you understand? How is it a shakeout if, like, you lost ungodly amounts of money? Shakeout, it's like it would have devastated you if you held. If you held altcoins in the past 2 months, you're like financially ruined. I'm talking non-levered position. You're ruined. You've lost 40, 50, 60, 80% of the value on your asset from 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So that's not shaking out weak hands. That's crazy to say. That's like financial suicide holding those things. And Bitcoin in itself has actually been a big liability to your portfolio the past 3 months, going on 4 months now. They've made nothing. Your portfolio has not gone up in value at all, owning or being long on anything crypto, really. No, it really was like, it was like the most unsung or most unobserved fraudulent cycle I think we've ever seen for Solana scam coins. Like, remember the Binance Smart Chain run we saw in 2021 where, like, yeah, it was the same thing. Now we have an American version of it, and it's Solana Network, and now you have mumble rappers and all these Iggy Azalea starting their own cryptos. That's like, whoa, that's a cycle top of scam coins on Solana Network. And it was just the fact that there was almost no one in it. I think it was a bunch of Zoomers on TikTok that kind of created that mania, and it didn't even make the news cycles because it was pretty quick. D-tier celebrity rugs, exactly. That's what happened. I think we're witnessing a purge on all of crypto because of that. It's like, hey man, nature needs to heal. We got to pull out everything. That's the exhibit. Shaking out the weak hands. Literally stealing your wealth. Same thing. Yeah, Composite Man saw the thugs. And anyway, so we're looking at an asset like Target. It's a very interesting spot, right? Where like, okay, we know like this range was created in June of 2022. Over 2 years ago, right? And so that, they ran this thing up almost the top of the range. I mean, if you implement the candle high close, it did touch the top of the range, See that? Yeah, it hit it and then pulled back, and now we're at the bottom of the range again. And so it's like this is a slightly higher low than this low. It's a very interesting chart. I mean, whatever happens, maybe we see August 14th. You got some time here, but you're trading with the 200 now. The 200 is now upsloping. I believe there was a golden cross. Well, there was a golden cross. Yeah, not really. It already happened, but I don't know. This is something that's just an intriguing looking chart. It's interesting. You stop below 136 or so, protect yourself, and let them 180, 184 is your upside. If you're lucky, you break that and go to 222 and go fill a gap. But it's trying to bottom out, maybe, maybe. Hewlett Packard is another one. I think we had a record candle. What's the one we looked at more recently that had the record volume candle and the gap, the breakaway gap? I think we have a breakaway gap here. I don't think this fills anytime soon, just because of the sheer volume and the volume on, like, you have to understand how important this level was, like how big of a deal it was, and they just destroyed it like that. That increases my confidence that we're going higher. We're going to at least 2283 to go test the all-time high again from here. And it's not too far away. It's not like on this parabolic, ungodly run like Nvda. It just recently broke out of a multi-year range, really. So high confidence on HPE eventually. TA exhibit, is there anything that would haven't justify me cracking open the mezcal? Why don't you ask me about the tequila that's still sitting in the gun safe, unopened? No, I don't think so, man. I'm gonna hold that for the long run. I hate tequila and mezcal, whatever that is. If it's agave, it makes me want to vomit. I have a bad aversion from college, so no, nothing would possess me to open that mezcal. It's sitting right here, right next to my computer. It looks beautiful, right next to my PC. The black lightning bolt, but just for looks for me, man. When Hey song again, when Bitcoin is 2 to 3% away from all-time highs, poised to hit all-time highs. That means probably a very long time. We are too far away. Hey song is a distant memory now. It's over. I look like a smoker. Yeah, dude. Do I look like someone dumb enough to do nicotine? Really? I did that dude's request, didn't I? Oh, BXX. Yeah, sorry. Another one came in. My bad. Sure. BXX is... Andreas, you talking about the S coin on Uniswap? Do we have to do this again? BXX, there's an Italian levered ETF. I highly doubt that. You're probably not looking at the Bosnian traded index in US dollars. Yeah, I guess he's looking at banks on MEX. Sheesh. Just another party that ended, man. Here's your party that ended. It was, and then it wasn't. I mean, it just went through a run that eventually took it up 1,000%. If an asset goes up 1,000%, hands off for the next 300 plus days. I mean, like, yeah, it's coming on down. Like, what is it? We don't know. It's most likely a huge scam. Not created to help anyone or to provide a service or good for the public. No, this was just created to. I'm sure that they have a white paper that states they're not a scam, because I think they, legally they probably need to do that. Their white paper is going to say, like, it's, oh yeah, dude, believe me, it's using this new cryptography and it's meant for this or that. No, it's a scam. You're looking at a scam on a chart. There's no framework or edge here. I'm not interested. Like, probably an 886 from this low to high. He's probably like, dude, it's a shark. Add an 886. Sure, man. Go ahead. You want to take your long on an asset that just appreciated in value over 1,000%? Do your thing, man. Here's your shark. You paid, man. Here you go. There it is. Do what you will. Get along that? I wouldn't. I just don't care about scams on the MEX exchange. With 630,000 volume, apparently. So they say. I don't believe that. No white paper for this coin. Oh, so is that what they're doing now? They're just releasing coins and they're not even white papering it anymore to, like, say that they're not a scam when they are a scam anyway. Brad, you still can't tell people otherwise. There are still people that think like, oh wow, yeah, Pulse Chain is a real development. It's a real innovation in crypto. Mahex Pulse Chain. It did nothing for anyone except Richard Schuler. He can buy some more Lambos after rugging poor people from trailer parks. Good for him. Wow. All right, that's it, dude. They provide a service and debit card. Have fun with that. You hear that, chat? Banks has a debit card. I can't wait to use my bank's debit card, and then when I'm somewhere out at dinner, I'm on a date, I use my bank's card, and they're like, sir, insufficient funds, and I find out I've been rugged, and they took all the money out of it, because who the are they, and what are they? Where do these people come from? Scam. But dude, well, that's crazy, man. Didn't Boeing today get like indicted for all the stuff they did or something, and like the price is up? Is that real? So people keep saying, look at Boeing because of the news, and I'm looking at it and it's nothing happened. Toyotama too. I'd be moving to if I lived in Europe, like, and I was witnessing the bureaucrats, these unelected bureaucrats, continue to implement communist Chinese surveillance state, I would be researching in every way I could to get out and go to the U.S. Somehow find a way. Like, I will get a work visa. I'll do anything I got to do to get to the U.S. Because, like, in a lot of states, like, the CBDCs are banned, and there are people, at least over here, where, hey, you believe in individual freedom and you don't believe in collectivist, communist bullcrap. It's Europe now. Well, it's always been Europe, I guess. There are people over here, millions of us, that believe in individual freedoms and capitalism and all that. Okay, so, and we're kind of it. kind of like we're like that's the last place where there are people that actually really think that way and are not completely cucked into submission. Yeah, really. Vacation in Mexico and just walk across the border. Carbon taxes. Yeah, dude, you've just been completely cucked by these people. These people in government, like, if they had to participate in capitalism, they would be homeless. Yeah, we should start it. Well, GoFundMe. They'll just seize our funds and call us racists. But we can do Give, Send, Go. How about that? That'd be a lot better. So we're going to IP after its pullback, after hitting another target. Just hanging out. Yeah, this one's trend is reversed. Everything's good. You might get a more significant pullback, but this one's great, man. Remember, the last target of the campaign would be $57. True, Josh. No, like migration is a modern weapon, like a weapon of mass destruction. It's crazy, man. And the people that are endorsing and funding it have infiltrated all our systems, and they control all the media. It's a FUBAR situation that we were kind of just like, this has been in the works for a long time, longer than we've been alive. I mean, this really started in the early 1900s, the Frankfurt School, man. The Germans, dude, started all this weird moral relativist collectivism garbage, and they were trust fund kids, like, right? The creators of communism. They're just bored, silver spoon losers. And they hated America. They hated the way America is, and it's like, I can't believe how many people are just like, they want America to be exactly like Europe. Yeah, dude, let's do that. Let's be just like the continent we broke away from. Sure. Lou, anything the Germans do is to destroy themselves. They are nihilists collectively. Germans are nihilists. Imagine being born as a German in Germany post World War II. Woof. That would be rough, man. Yeah, I don't know. There's much to look at now. It's like, okay, you want to look at some S coins, dude? Let's look at some S coins, bro. Like, there's just really not much to look at, dude. Like, look, here's just a random avalanche, right? They tried 3 times, had the M shape, and then you broke, and then you looked at back testing level as resistance, ping pong between levels. You probably go test $20 again, the 20s again, low 20s, and then if you break that, see it $10. I mean, why not? And then a full-on low to high 886 would be freaking brilliant. Another crazy setup could happen, but it might take 6 months to mature. Look at ZRX, man. What a joke. What a failure. You know, like, just fails to launch. Not enough demand. And then once you fell below 43, if you were in it, you were out of it. And so since that stop loss level, really, I mean, it dropped. See what I'm saying? Like, people talking about shakeouts. It's like, these aren't shakeouts. These are like, oh, steal your money. You can't just like lose 39% of your value in less than a month and call it a shakeout. You're being disingenuous. Like, utter failure. And you're really at a point where if Bitcoin goes down anymore, there's no real support. Like, look at it. Look where you are. You're like This is a big level at 30 cents, psychological too. They break that, it's an easy ride to 22 cents. It doesn't look like it, but you have to realize how bad that is. That means like this asset loses another 26% of its value if Bitcoin sneezes. If Bitcoin goes to just test 53,500 again, ZRX down 10, 15+% minimum, as well as all the other ones. These are lows. These are all lows. This was a low. This was beautiful before the run up, and it was the pump, and then it was the dump, and then it's like no one's accumulating anymore. They were accumulating. The campaign concluded most likely in mid-March, and now the composite man is not accumulating a position in ZRX anymore. He was buying, and that was his big payday, and he exited, concluded it, and now it's just you're buying into an asset on the other side of the fence of that blow off top. Yeah, like look at the, what was it, Dash? It was all-time lows. Oh my God, man. Let's look at Cardano, because Hoskinson's son. I mean, like, sure, maybe they get it back above 41 cents, maybe. But like, if what, like, I'm going by what's actually happening right now, and all I can do is tell you that this is kind of worst case scenario until they recapture the levels that they're currently regarding as resistance. A candle high close, major inflection point from April 2018. See, Cardano's like XRP. It's like, dude, unless you sold the top one or two times, you lose. You're a loser. You've lost your money. Like, you've made nothing and you've lost a lot. So 37 cents is being regarded as resistance for going on 70 hours, 69 hours right now, right? If it's truly being regarded as resistance and there's follow through on the bearish back test, then you've got a target. You have a very easy target for 24 cents, which is awful. That's so pathetic, man. It's just, it's like, wow, man. So if you owned Cardano and you got in October because you were like type 2, they're holding it. Oh my God. And you made it and you didn't sell. Like, you almost lost 86, 87% of value of the run up. It's non-investors market. Traders market, that's it. You trade the patterns, you have a trading plan, you take profit, and then it ends. Like, here's a great example. In hindsight, remember HAI, and this is in a terrible spot too. Look how miserable this is. HAI, what's that scam coin? Well, it was a scam that presented us with one of the most incredible harmonic frameworks ever seen. It was a trade setup of the year for an altcoin, I guess. We're gonna look at it too, because it seems the people typing in here, I don't think some of y'all weren't around. Like, just look at this, man. This is what proves if you want to participate in the crypto market, you better have a trading plan and you better take profit on the way up, because the party won't end. It'll be a blow up top and it will end, and look, you'll just bleed out into the abyss for 5 months, 4 months, right? There it was. Third Valley, recapturing the 200 moving average, breaking above the key level, the M shape, everything. The bottoming base was there. It was primed. And, I mean, it of course exceeded the second target. But at the time, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, we could have had a third target at 8 or 10 cents, whatever. But at the time when I'm posting this, I'm like, okay, I'd be extremely grateful for this to double in price. But then it over tripled in price. Quadrupled, quintupled in price.
Can take a look at Oust. Ouster, thanks.
What's up, Daniel? Thank you, man. The 20, yeah, we'll look at it. Sure. Yeah, this one, I don't even, this could be, just look where you are. How about we go for another 30% downside, 28.4% downside. And if things get real bad, then you're looking at high going down another 43%. Ouster. Huh. Oh, not bad. Trend reversed. Looks like there was a buying campaign from the composite man. Ooh, I dig this. I like the trend. I like the way things have turned around for now. It has been terrible though, right? It has been, wow, talk about scams. All they did was offload, but finally, for the first time in this chart's history, you're seeing some sort of accumulation. I mean, there it was. There was a nice hindsight M shape too, and it reversed right at that 886, didn't it? Right, if you looked at it like maybe some sort of shark. Perfect 886 reversal, man. It was only a type 1. That's beautiful. Wish you would have requested this back in October, but we certainly had things distracting us that performed just as well, if not better, than this. So, in terms of other levels, you're not really at a spot where you can strategize an entry with levels, right? I mean, like, the closer you are to 850, 782, the closer you are to being able to manage your risk optimally, right? There's a gap that is unfilled at 868 that could very well fill. I know you had a good 9% day today, but you're just too far away from a good entry. I mean, like, think this thing actually fills that gap and goes for a formal back test, because neither of those things have happened. And market participants love more than anything forms of confirmation of breakouts, in the event if it takes a while. And so this asset goes down 19.5%. Might be an area to be looking for confirmation lows, divergence, something. And if it keeps going, hey man, that sucks, you know. But like, what are you trying to do here? You're trying to apply a framework to manage your risk and increase your probability, or are you just trying to randomly go long on assets that just shot up 9% randomly? This was not at an inflection point of any. Well, I guess there was maybe one. There was this one time. Maybe they held that. The issue with when you have support so close to each other, you may not be getting the most strategic entry, because I just talked about an unfilled gap and a key inflection point that's never been back tested. So yeah, it looks like they held this one, and if it does hold, then you got upside to 1374. And this one's tricky, because I would definitely want it at 850 if I was able to get it, because of the things I just talked about. But yeah, I mean, it's either stop loss below 920. The issue is with the levels so close together like that, if you have a stop loss at 920 and then it dumps and then hits 850, you're going to re-enter. But then it goes to 782 and holds that. You're going to take on those. That's a lot of losses to take on. That's the issue. But yeah, got to say, if there's at least one level that's being defended. Just tricky because of that gap. This is not an S coin. This is an actual stock semiconductor company. Well, chat is dead as ever. Yeah, man. You're probably better off in the stock market. And look at Filecoin, just for instance. I mean, wow. It was there, dude. It was literally there. Dogamite, thanks so much for the, what is that? Dark Lumpy, thanks for the follow on Twitch, man. Yeah, I mean, that when $5 broke, the argument for being long or bullish disappeared. It evaporated. Right? You had one last chance and it failed, it's marking down, and it got as low. Dude, think about it. Filecoin if you went long in October on the perfect framework setup and you didn't take profit, I remember like exiting some of my positions 750, and then there was another trade setup posted that went to like 950 was the exit of that one. Like there were great opportunities and they're over. Like you keep testing your luck, right? And you don't know, right? Each trade setup, right, is a chapter in a book. And then you can see a new chapter developing, but it fails and the book ends. The chapter failed, the book concluded. It was the last page, but you don't know at the time. You just have a stop loss set up, and that certainly, think about it. If you got out when it broke that range low, it dropped another 36% in less than 3 weeks. Theft. Like, if you don't have stop losses, look what happens to you. You're in the 1930s, not the 1920s. This novel lasted for many months, man. 6 months. It was a good book. And then it ended. Lars Geisling. Thank you, dude. Welcome. Yep, it was like that across the markets, man. Bitcoin, I cannot sign off on Bitcoin until we see prices back above 58.4, and then we probably need confirmation. May never get it, but this is bad price action. If you're just tuning in, looking at Bitcoin on the daily, testing resistance 3 days in a row, trading below the 200 moving average, it's all bad. There's nothing good about this right now. That just means there could be short-term downside. But again, I'm not here, to make calls or like you're maybe staring at some bullish efforts the daily, but we could go test 53.5, and any altcoin you're looking at could lose another 15% in a day or less or more, whatever. Yeah, not much to do, but to look at it and understand how the price is correlating to the levels. And real quick, Bitcoin Tech, thanks so much for the 7 months of continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. Soulchak, thank you for the 5 months of continued support. Crypto Clan, thank you for the tier 1, the 20 months of continued support. Gaia Tiger, thank you so much for the 18 months of continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. Eat Yo Cats, 4 months, thank you for that support. And Jaded Haiku, thank you for the 5 months of continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. Really appreciate each and every one of you supporting a 100% crowdsourced stream. Okay, never in my life have I taken a dime from any of these loser scam cryptos ever in history. 6.5 years of doing this. And I gotta say, that's something that 99% of people that do what I do, they do that. And then they promote that to you. I haven't even taken a legitimate sponsorship. So, crowdsourced. So being the Patreon/Citadel, you understand, like, if you want me, it's like you voicing your opinion. Hey, I want you to continue coming back and just doing what you're doing every day for free, because it's all voluntary. You choosing to join the Patreon or be in it or not, voluntary. Me deciding to show up and stream every day, whenever I do, 4 or 5 days a week, that's voluntary. So no ads. You've never seen an ad in your entire life watching my live streams. You ever notice that? You ever notice every other thing you watch on YouTube? Ads. None here, because I don't monetize. We'll see if I can find it. Here it is. Here it is, chat. The big monetization off every single live stream. And that probably kills me with algos and discovery and all that, but whatever, I just don't care. It's all for you. So it's been a good stream. We've been live for an hour and 35 minutes. Hype in the chat for the stock market, S&P 500, NASDAQ, all-time highs, QQQ, all-time highs. Semiconductor starting to wake up. Someone needs to hit crypto in the face while it's sleeping. So I will be back. Till next time, respect, T, A.
Profesor Kupelweiser. Laureat tak zwanej Nagrody Nobla. Nie istnieje.
Co? Proszę? Siostro, co tu się dzieje? Eksperyment się udał, tak? Jesteśmy bohaterami, tak? Zostałem oblany piano, tak? To po co do cholery cała ta zabawa?
Can't understand you. Adios, turd nuggets.